Oh my god, this episode was awesome. Holy free. This was an awesome way to end a season. It had action, it had intensity, it had drama, it had mystery, it had everything. Holy free. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. There was nothing wrong with this episode. I mean, you know, except for how did Daniel escape that giant horde of walkers so fast and leave them there? Or how did Liza know where to find the other characters in order to save Nick and Strand? Or why is Strand's boat all the way out in the ocean instead of docked there? Or how exactly did Liza get bitten? Great episode.
And thanks for over 1,000 views for my episodes 3 and 4 video. So the episode starts with Travis, Madeline, and Daniel interrogating Adam, the trooper that they captured in the last episode, to figure out where their families are at. In the last episode, we find out about the Army's plan to ditch everyone at 9 a.m. the next day and pretty much killing everyone at that hospital/base where Nick and Mama Salazar were taken, as well as Liza. So they're trying to hatch up a plan to save everyone and escape the Army. So while they're getting prepared for their little onslaught, Liza and the other nurses and doctors over at the base/hospital are making sure that they help as many people as they can, but then the head lady, who I never learned her name the entire season, but I really don't care, she's kind of a jerk. Anyways, well, she's kind of nice, I guess. Anyways, we learn that they're already in preparations to ditch everyone. Liza's like, hey, wait a minute, what about my son? You promised me my son. And my family is like, no, we said your son, and, you know, just your son. Wait, but he needs a father and stuff. And yeah, and that father's going to want to bring his girlfriend. The girlfriend's going to want to bring her kids and stuff. So y'all got to have your priorities, okay? Is you want your son? Who else you want? Fine, bring me the dad. Okay, if you say so. Yeah. So later on in the episode, we see Daniel walk up to the gates to the base after they leave the community, and everyone's like, hey man, what are you trying to do? Why are you here? And Daniel is very confident, and he's telling them, you know what, you should probably save our ammo. Why? And right behind him we see an entire horde of walkers coming in from nowhere. So now we see that those 2,000 walkers that were held up in that stadium, Daniel let out. I have no idea how he was able to outrun them and lead them to the base. I mean, obviously he used cars, but dang, you would think it would be... Is that easy to stay away from walkers? I mean, you would think it'd be a little harder, but whatever. The walkers attack, and the army goes into an all-out war between the army base and the walkers, and it's complete manslaughter. During this, everyone is freaking out, everyone's trying to escape. Nick and Strand escape their cells, and they try to find a way out while Liza is helping everyone, you know, make sure everything's okay. But she realizes that people are leaving, and they're trying to leave their patients, and she doesn't feel right about this. So she helps the army people leave just to be nice, and then she's like, you know what? This is not right. This is all dangerous. I gotta go back in there to help as many people as I can. So she goes back in there. At the same time, Nick and Strand are both being chased by walkers, as they already infiltrated the entire facility thanks to Daniel and the others. Daniel, Travis, Madeline, and a few of the other characters go in, while the two kids, being Alicia and Chris, stay out in the car, which, yeah, I'm pretty sure is a great idea, which is no way going to backfire on them. Yeah, a minute later, Chris gets punched in the face by some army dudes and they steal the car. So, great. Just great. Anyways, they find Nick and Strand being cornered by walkers, and right at the moment where you think everything is lost, suddenly Liza comes in out of nowhere. No idea how she knew where they were, but you know what? I'm gonna take it. She helps them set the Chu free, and they escape the walkers in this epic battle in the kitchen where they kill a bunch of walkers and stuff, and then they escape. They go back to the garage, and everything seems fine and dandy until... yeah, Adam appears again. How did Adam find them? Why? Where? How? There's a bunch of walkers. There's no way he should have been able to find them. But either way, he's able to find them. And he's like, you know, ticked off because, you know what, Daniel, you tortured me. I kind of need a comeuppance right now. So he aims his gun at him and in the end actually shoots Ophelia. And then Travis goes all rage mode because he was the one that let him go in the first place. And beats him up completely into a pulp. And everyone's like, dang, Travis, you calm down, man. I mean, a lot of people on YouTube, me included, were saying how Travis probably needed to step up his game. And in this episode, he literally did. Because after they escape, Daniel and Ophelia learn that Mama Salazar did not make it, sadly. And they have to move on. And Ophelia's fine from what it looks like, but yeah. So once they get to the house where Strand apparently lives in, it's this secret base-like house thing where walkers apparently can't come in. And he's like, yo, man, we can't stay here. Nick's like, wait, what are you talking about? I got a boat. How are we going to get to it? I got a boat. Okay. So in the end, Liza sadly is bitten, and Travis, of all people, has to kill her. We see the episode end on a sad note while Travis and Madeline are on the beach just really upset about it while Chris is crying over his dead mother, and it's super sad. One thing that I found very interesting is the fact that out of all the people, Alicia is the one who said that people are most likely going to die and we have to live with it. And that's very interesting. I never expected her, of all people, to say it just because I feel like she was one of the people with the least experience with this, her and Chris. But dang, it is... I'm not sure if that's character development, but it is something very interesting to notify. Something that I should pay attention to in Season 2. But yeah, in the end, an amazing episode, and it was just awesome. So next week is going to be the first episode of Season 6 of Walking Dead. So I'm most likely going to be doing a review of that, maybe. It really depends. I probably will, but I don't think it's going to be as constant as Fear the Walking Dead. But we'll see. And then, obviously, Arrow and Flash are coming back. So obviously I'm going to be doing reviews for them. So make sure to keep an eye out for those shows, because I definitely am going to be doing reviews for them. So one thing I really want to touch upon before we leave is how, out of all the people in this episode, the person who I believe was the hero of this said episode was Liza. And that surprised me a lot, because back then, when I first heard about her, I kind of thought she'd be one of the least likable characters, but in the end, she's the one who did a lot. And that's a very interesting way, especially since she dies. It's something you would expect. It's kind of a Walking Dead trope that it's like, yo, if someone is like the light source or the hero of the Walking Dead show, they did. And it kind of happened to her. But she did everything in this episode. She saved as many people as she can. She helped people escape the base/hospital. She helped Nick and Strand escape from that zombie horde, which was crazy. And then... oh my gosh, the way she left when she asked Madison to do it and she said goodbye to Chris one last time even though he didn't know it was a final goodbye. And it was so powerful. She knew what had to be done. She's the one who gave them the information about how it doesn't matter if you're bitten or not or whatever. It's not the bite that kills you, it's the infection. Like, it's everyone who dies will come back as a walker. It's not the bite that turns you into a walker. It's death itself. And that's something that I mentioned in a few episodes back. And finally, it's like, okay, here she is explaining it. It was amazing. She did a really great job. The actress who played her was great. I give complete props to her. I give props to everyone who acted in the show because this show so far is amazing. I loved season 1 and I can't wait to see season 2. It is awesome. I loved it. And to add to that, in the end, Travis was the one who had to kill her instead of Madison. And that leads to a lot of things. Listen to me, like, he was the one that everyone expected to be the weak link. But now it's like, after beating up Adam and having to kill his ex-wife, we saw that scene of him in the beach, Madison comforting him and stuff. Let's be honest now, guys. He's going to turn into the Rick of the group. I can see it. It's pretty dang obvious. A bunch of people from Emergency Awesome and Schmozno and all the other people are most likely agreeing that he's going to be the Rick of the group come season 2. So yeah, that's something to look forward to, and I'm excited to see what he does. And yeah, even though this episode had a lot of plot holes, I'm gonna be honest, out of all these episodes of Fear the Walking Dead, this had so many plot holes, but they kept it in a way that I still liked it. It was still good action. It left at least multiple questions to be answered for later. Like, did certain people survive? Did certain people not? Well, who might be the new villains? I honestly believe that Salazar might not be a good guy in the next season. He's been pushed way too far multiple times. Maybe he'll be the next Shane. Maybe he'll be a governor kind of character. I don't know. But I do feel like he will be a very powerful character in the next season. Same with Strand. I like his character, even though we didn't see him much. Very sneaky he is. He has a plan for everything. A plan of action. And I can't wait to see what he does in the next season. I'm excited to see what happens, especially now that it seems they're going off to the ocean. And that should be very interesting, because we know walkers can't go on the ocean, but I don't know, maybe people who die on the boat, maybe they'll go by some cruise liner and there's zombies on there, or I don't know, something. But I get a vibe that it's going to be similar in a sense where, I forgot the name of that movie, but there was this movie where people got off the mainland and went to this island. Maybe that might happen, and there's a bunch of walkers there, like Zombie Island or something like that. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and just let me know, because I'm very interested. So, in the end, amazing episode. I love it so much. Great episode of a great season. So, coming up, we're going to be seeing a web series for Fear the Walking Dead, which I believe might have some connections to that kid from the first few episodes who warned Madison in the first place. Maybe, I don't know. If I remember correctly, his name was Tobias. I don't know. It might be, but I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna review it, so don't worry. I definitely want to check it out. I'm gonna try to find out when it comes out so that I can review it, though. Expect new reviews to come out the next couple of days for Arrow and Flash, because the seasons are coming back and I really gotta catch up. I'm very excited, and I'm super happy that this show caught my excitement, just like the original, and I can't wait for Walking Dead to come back. So with that, I will catch you guys later. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Watch some of my past Fear the Walking Dead episodes, and yeah, just have a great night. See ya!